Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
And what we're going to do today is ask us anything.
Yes.
So people have submitted the questions about trying to get to know us a little bit better. I think the main question we need to answer straight away before anything is Sophie's not our daughter or Aidan's girlfriend.
Not biological.
She's our work daughter, right? So we work very closely in our offices, so it's a work family environment. So we are a family-run business, so we class ourselves as all as the same family. So there's the answer to that. So I'm going to read out some of the questions that have come in. Some of them don't say who they're aimed at, so we'll all answer.
Yeah.
If it's one of them.
Yeah.
So first question is from I won't even say the names because a lot of them are, unless I've got.
Nah, I bet they wanted them, you two though.
No, but it's called Igadgo.
Alright.
So do you know what I mean? So it's why does Gareth Southgate always look like he's waiting for a bus?
That's a good question.
It looks like somebody who's going to work, doesn't he?
Yeah. I've never seen him without a waistcoat on.
No, is he wearing one this World Cup? I've not noticed.
Yeah.
You would there probably.
Yeah. He's the sort of guy that wears a sweater and a waistcoat.
And a belt.
Yeah, but his shirt tucked all the way in and a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
The sensible shoes.
So, got no answer for that really, but you're right, he does. This is from Darren Christiansen, good name. What's your favourite all-time NFL player?
I think that's aimed at you two.
Yeah.
I've got a few. I mean, you can't oversee Tom Brady.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor's one of mine, but
It'll have to be someone I've actually seen play. And what's his name?
Tom Brady?
No. He's the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who that
Like
is.
Lamar Jackson or something.
Yeah.
Oh, let me find out.
But I've got a few. I've got a few favourite ones. When I used to go and watch the Giants, Michael Strahan obviously was one of our favourites, wasn't he? Lawrence Taylor. But then you've got
It's Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. But then you've got people like Saquon Barkley now. Or like Eli Manning. You've got a can't go over. But you can't really look over as well. Some favourites I've watched over the years. John Elway.
You've lost me.
There's too many to mention because I'm not a really die-hard fan of NFL.
No.
I appreciate good sportsmen, and there's been loads over the years. The 49ers had I can't remember his name now. Steve.
Tyreek Hill as well. He's a beast.
But I'm more into the '90s sort of style. Brett Favre, people like that who used to look and think, I like watching them. But yeah, that's the answer to that one. Tiki Barber, to name a few. What is your career and any advice for someone getting started? Well,
Do you want to go?
for your career, how did you start your career?
So I started off in teaching, and then obviously
You wasn't in charge of spelling, was you?
No, I wasn't actually. No, although I did love teaching phonics, but yeah. I started off in teaching and then
Phonics, F-O-N-I-X. Phonics.
and then obviously I came here, started off doing sales, and then progressed to what I'm doing now.
Yeah. So we're the team now on this. My career, go on, Gay, you tell us about your career.
So I started off as a nanny, and I lived in Canada as a nanny. And then I went into nursery school teaching. So my class was 2-year-olds. And that's how I started. Then when we came back here, we came into this business.
We took over a family business here. I was in shipping for 30 years, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And then travelled all over the world doing shipping, cargo, logistics, project logistics more than anything, which involved things like people asking if it involved like things like the Formula One, the Porsche Super Cup, concerts and bands, oil refineries, anything that didn't fit in a container or was specialty, fast, had to be moved. F1 cars, yeah, all that kind of good stuff. Got involved in that, and then we come back and we took over the family business here. Your parents retired.
They did.
And we purchased the family business, a year and a half ago, was it? Something like that?
Yeah.
And we do it, and we had spare rooms, which is what we did in the building we own. We had spare rooms and spare offices, which we thought, what should we do with them? Turned them into podcast studios and set up a podcast studio, which is where the office blokes now to record their stuff. And this is a splinter off that to what we've got. We just need to get rid of the snooker table now.
Yes.
To make it a bit better. So hopefully that answers
What
your
about
question.
Aidan? Aidan's not said
Yeah,
what
go on,
either.
eh? This is from the corporal, by the way. This is from the corporal. It's a good one, this. What you've got a really good one. Your career. Where did your career start?
Well, I started off hairdressing for a year. Thought, I came here.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's why I brushed past it. I didn't think I'd get much elaboration on it. This is from, I needed my glasses on this. Joey Batterbuck. What is something that you think American can learn from the UK or vice versa?
Something America can learn from the UK. I think something America could learn culture. I think the people in England are more of a family than the population of America. I know because there's not as many, or because it dates back a lot longer. But I just feel like even when you go to football games, someone starts a chant, 30,000 other people know the same chant type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't think it'll be the same sort of atmosphere in America with everyone knowing the exact same chants all the time.
Yeah. Anything you can think of?
I'd say probably like our humour over here is probably a bit more dry.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a bit more like tongue-in-cheek humour, which I personally like.
Yeah.
Like sarcastic. And
Yeah,
sarcastic.
yeah.
There is a lot of sarcasm, self-deprecating, piss-taking, all that kind of stuff, isn't
But
it?
it's quite light-hearted as well. You know, you just don't take it personally.
No one takes it to heart.
Yeah.
What I think as well is when I moved to America, I found that they were a lot friendlier.
Mm.
The neighbours came and knocked on your door and said welcome. You wouldn't really get that here.
No, we do that over here.
We do that now,
but
we do it because we were born. You know, we weren't born in America, but the
Yeah.
children were born in America. And
But we've done it here where we've knocked on neighbours' doors and introduced ourselves, and we even got that previous house we lived in, we got a whole community going, didn't we, on the road, who had been there for years, didn't really know each other. As soon as we got in, next thing we're having street parties and then everyone knows each other, and Gaynor set up a WhatsApp group with all the neighbours, so it is that. I think some of the things that England can use from America is customer service, number one, and especially in the consumer industry and the retail.
When you say customer service,
when I go into a bar in America, they go straight over, bar in there. What do you want straight away?
Do you know why?
Yeah, because
they always tip.
Yeah, so I tip over here. I still tip over here.
Isn't it like a weird thing not to tip in America?
Yeah, if you didn't tip, they'd think that.
But that's not. But that's not why they do it.
That's
not just the reason why they do it. They're trained to be the top level customer service.
But people in England are lazy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Even when you
try and get an easy way out.
If you've got an insurance claim, I remember dealing with anyone over the phone in America. Everything was very straightforward and fast and easy to do. Over here, you get passed from pillar to post. Not my job. Not my job. Oh, someone else will call you back. No, whoever you speak to, it's never their job. And I'm like, it must be someone's job. Put me through to that department. And that's one thing they can learn. And one thing the Americans could learn from the UK is manners. Over everything. I know people do have a lot of manners, but there's also a lot of people without manners. Whereas in the UK, I think most people have
Everyone's
manners.
like someone bump into you and you're like,
you.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, please, thank you. Everything's like that. So.
Something we can learn about America as well is better food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm English and I hate fish and chips and I hate the roast dinner.
You're not English, you're American.
But I'm not.
But anyway, it's there's definitely the food side. It's when you look at that, there's a couple of questions on food coming up as well, so we do that. A good question, that Joey. Hello guys, I'm Scottish. Lee Bryden this is from. I'm Scottish and believe, welcome from Scotland, Lee. And believe football is coming home. So not to Scotland it ain't, mate. So since you are English, do you have the same confidence as me? No.
No.
Not with that manager.
No.
I watched Spain yesterday.
The players have got the ability.
I watched Spain yesterday, but I also watched Germany yesterday and Argentina the day before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can beat Argentina easily if they play like they do against Saudi Arabia. I don't think we will win it, but I think after a couple of shock results that I have seen this World Cup, I think it's a lot more of an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm always up for it anyway. You know what I'm like when I watch the games. I get all mental, don't I? So it's I hope it's coming home, and I hope it's we get to the final and win it, because it's going to just be a massive party. But I don't know. I mean, it's one of them World Cups anyway. I'll always have an asterisk next to it for me. It's just I can't get into it because it's right in the middle of our season. It's ruined it. I was in the flow with the Premier League, and all of a sudden stopping it for this tournament.
Some of the games have been good though.
Yeah. Well, I've watched most of them. So, cheers for that, Lee. Anyway, this is from Siren. What's your main real job career in the office, and how did you get there? I got here by car this morning.
Didn't fly, no.
No, not today. I drove today. Yeah, but no, our main career is we do document management. So we store and digitise documents, and we also have the podcast studio. We have a barber shop, and we have a warehouse.
We do. Yeah.
So quite a few different
dabble in a few
businesses.
things.
We do. We've got a hand in a lot of things. This is from Firefighter Chick. Did you know the Amish and/or Mennonites before living in the USA? I did know the Amish. I've heard of the Amish before living in the USA.
I still don't.
You don't know the Amish?
Yeah, they're in Lancaster County, aren't they? It's where they don't use any it's not machinery or
They
don't use any
don't have
any
cars.
cars, it's all horse and carriage and all that kind of
Everything
stuff.
it's like
Very like 1800s.
Yeah.
And they wear like the women wear bonnets and
Really?
long
Long dresses and things.
Yeah.
I assume it's a bit like Handmaid's Tale,
yeah.
but not that extreme.
Yeah, it's not
But,
that extreme.
Who am I to judge? I don't know. I know who they are. I know they're from Lancaster County, PA. Or that's where I knew them. Sort of like they existed, and it's. But I don't know much about them other than that.
It's a bit like Little House on the Prairie, if
Yeah.
you know what that is. No.
This is from CJ Maker. He's got a couple of. I'm not sure the questions. One of them is check out the winter storm in Buffalo. We did see that. It was shown to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Watched it on ESPN. I don't know if you.
Oh, I saw the Bills stadium.
Yeah, it's mental, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we experienced some extreme snow when we lived in New Jersey, so
Yeah.
it's we know what you're going through there, and hope everyone's safe. And
That's crazy.
they didn't move it because it was covered in snow. It's because all the Bills Mafia will be throwing snowballs at the players.
They should have just had like the best NFL snowstorm game ever.
I've watched it, and then there's another one. The same guy or girl. What are your thoughts and reactions? You first saw Side Row in the homeless camps in Philly and other US states. I've not really experienced a lot of the homeless camps. We've not reacted to any videos on there. We probably will have a look at it. But I always feel bad for the homeless. People have got a story, and I always try and spend a bit of time with them, don't I, when I'm down in the streets, and have a chat with them and see if I can help them in any way. But sometimes it's just scammers as well.
Yeah.
You got to try and figure out who the scammers
differentiate.
are. Yeah. This is from Hugh Davis. Not the. I don't know if this is. Hugh Davis is the newsreader, isn't he? Over here. What is your job? You've met hella famous people at events. I do. Well, one of the things I was involved in was sport, like sports sponsorship, wasn't it? So I guess this is aimed at me. Unless you guys have met hella famous people, you've met quite a few.
I've met Messi.
Yeah, you've met Messi. You have. And Aguero.
Uh,
Yeah. But it was to do with the sports sponsorship program we had with one of the businesses I was working in. I was involved in that, so got to meet many people as part of the sponsorship program. But again, some of them they don't have time for you. You don't have time for them. You pass through, say hello, and some of them stay your friends. Yeah. I still see people now which I've really gotten well with in the time. People like Freddie. He's always been good to us, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Nice guy. But yeah, that's what that was. Kevin Persey. How long was your son in the USA for? And what does your son remember of his time in the US? I'm guessing this is aimed at you and
Absolutely
Declan,
nothing.
seeing as though he's not here. You don't remember anything,
I
right?
don't remember nothing.
You were there till you were 6.
No,
Oh no, you were 3. Sorry,
Yeah,
3.
you were
I was 3 or
Three.
4.
Yeah.
I
3 or
thought
4,
I lived
yeah.
in New Jersey till I was 2, and then Texas till I was 4.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So you were 4
And then
years old.
4, and then we moved to Holland
Glad I remember
after
that.
that. Where you were fluent in Dutch, and now you don't speak a word of Dutch.
True.
So there you go.
But yeah, I don't remember anything from. All I remember is that we lived on a circular road in New Jersey.
We lived in a
did
cul-de-sac.
cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you have in the back garden? You don't remember that?
A swimming pool.
We had
Yeah.
a swimming pool, and you had also
Big climbing
a massive
frame.
big climbing frame. In
And a
sand.
diving
With a rock
board.
wall, and all that. Yeah. So it was cool little house we had there.
Yeah.
What brought you to the US, and why did you return to the UK? Well, what took us to the US was my job at
Yeah.
the time. They offered me a transfer to go and open their New York office when I was only 22 years old, wasn't
Yeah.
I? So I said, yeah, okay. And he said, do you want to speak to your wife first? I went, no. He says, when can you go? I said, I'll go tomorrow. He went, well, calm down a minute. We're thinking about in the next 6 months. I said, I'm ready to go when you are. And then we went home, we discussed it.
Yeah, put the house on
Put
the
the house on the
market.
market
How
for
long
sale.
after actually did you go from when he said that?
Was it about a month?
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Yeah, it was about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And all the family were upset. Everyone's like, "Don't go to the USA. There's too many guns there, and people are going to get shot." And I'm like, "You've been watching too many films, too many movies." So we went, and the rest was history. And he came back. Aidan came back to school over here.
His brother as well.
His brother, yeah. And we
Declan
came back.
a lot.
Yeah,
He came up before,
Declan
yeah.
came first, and then
Yeah.
said to you should come too. So you went.
So we decided it was time to come back. And plus, I missed the football a lot and the pubs.
Yeah.
The pubs and football play a big part of our life, don't they?
Yeah,
So
and I didn't want to come back at all.
Yeah. So
Did you not?
No.
Well, we looked at other places first. We looked at Italy, didn't we?
Yeah.
Denmark, a few different places. Ended up saying, let's just go back to the UK. It's about time.
Imagine me if I was just living in Denmark now for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. This is from Ifrit Mog. Ohio State versus Michigan State this Saturday. One of the biggest rivalries in college football. Both teams are undefeated and top ranked. will you be watching?
Michigan.
Is there any interest in American college football in England? Is
Don't really
Ohio
show.
State the Sooners? Is that the Ohio State?
Oklahoma's the Sooners.
Oklahoma's the Sooners. is it?
It's Ohio State. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
Michigan State.
Right.
Michigan.
There's two, isn't there, in Michigan? Michigan State and Michigan.
Is it like Michigan, like Spartans or something? Michigan
Don't know.
Spartans.
Not sure, but it's not very big over here. College football is definitely not as big
No.
as NFL, and NFL isn't that big. But I won't be watching it this weekend purely based on the fact of it's the World Cup's on, and there's 4 games a day.
I
in the
want
World Cup.
Michigan to win though.
It's 4 games a day. I'd want Ohio State to win.
Oh,
Yeah.
should we scrap it or?
Yeah, let's see who wins. But no, the World Cup's on this weekend. I've got a lot going on, so I won't be watching it, unfortunately. I will try and pick up highlights of it. I won't be watching the full game. I don't even know, it will be on TV, because I know Sky carry the college football over here, don't
BT
they?
sometimes put the
Yeah.
yes.
So it's definitely on one of the channels over here, so it definitely will
It's
be
not
on.
always, no, it's not definitely
College
on.
footballs,
If
I've
there's
seen
nothing-
college football advertised a hell of a lot over
If,
here.
yeah, but if there's nothing on that you can like football related, they'll put on basketball
Yeah,
or football.
but it
like,
doesn't
American football.
have a following like it should have. Certainly not like it has in the USA,
No.
obviously. So yeah, there's your answer to that. Ben Martin, what is Sophie's Instagram?
Wait!
It's on private.
And
so.
what's all of y'all's top favourite food dishes to eat?
Okay.
You can
Top
go
3.
first, Aidan.
Top 3.
Yep.
In order or
Just go top 3 in any order.
chicken and rice, pizza, and
You like pasta?
yeah, but does carpaccio count as a dish?
Yeah.
Carpaccio, yeah.
So yeah, I'll go
Beef carpaccio.
Beef carpaccio sounds bougie, but I like it.
Mm.
Yeah, pizza and chicken and rice, or chicken and chips, either way.
Very,
Chicken and fried
very.
eggs. Yeah, basic. You're like Mike. Go on.
Mine's probably quite similar. I love pizza. I love anything that like spinach and ricotta, like or cheese, so like maybe like a cannelloni or something. And I don't know, I just love a bit.
You were vegetarian for many years, weren't you?
Yeah, for like 14 years, so I've just
That's
got back
crazy.
into eating meat. So I do like chicken.
Since
Chicken
you worked
nuggets.
here.
Yeah, the
Since
chicken
you worked
nuggets.
here, everyone put pressure on us to be not a vegetarian.
It's me
People
coming in
into it.
lunchtime
Yeah.
saying, try
Like,
this, try this.
Everyone's like, you're a vegetarian.
Well,
So she's
sushi was one of my new
buckled.
favourites. Sushi, I never tried it until Gaynor gave
Okay.
me the other day. So I did like that, but if not, tomato soup is always a winner for
Out of
me.
a can.
Yeah, but no, I like my
Oh, you
own. I
make
make
your
my
own?
own, yeah.
Yeah.
Or have been doing, yeah.
I love sushi, I love sashimi, I love pizza, and the best pizza I've ever had is a buffalo chicken pizza which Ralphie made.
Ralphie's, yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. Blue cheese on the top, it was lovely.
Ralphie's restaurant's in, is it come under Brick in New Jersey?
It's through Brick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like that Brick area. It's in the strip mall at the end.
Yeah, but I
been
can't
nice.
remember, but
I can't remember what it's called. It's called Ralphie's, but
No, it wasn't called
it used to be
Ralphie's.
called Vinny's.
And
in
and
Brick.
shepherd's pie, I love shepherd's pie.
Yes, I'd go Philly cheesesteak, number 1.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'd also go with anything buffalo chicken.
Yeah,
So it's got to have the buffalo
That's
sauce on it.
my chicken and chips is like
Yeah.
buffalo chicken.
Buffalo sauce on chicken.
Like
sort
blue
of
cheese
yeah.
sauce or
Yeah.
ranch. We don't get ranch here though.
And chicken parmigiana, which is breaded chicken with tomato and cheese on it, and
Ooh, that
smothered
sounds
with the
nice. Yeah, it's
pizziola
really good.
marinara sauce.
So we've got
Yeah,
that.
and if you can put that on a roll as well, even better.
On a sub.
On a
No,
sub.
on
yeah.
like crusty
Chicken
roll.
palm sub. Yeah, that's mine. This question's from Daniel Moore. Cheers, Daniel. It says Daniel actually donated some money. Gave us a
Did he?
gift. Yeah,
He
gave
did.
us money for a beer each, so we've had that. So thank you for that, Daniel.
Yes.
Cheers, Danny.
Do you think you'd ever be interested in becoming US citizens and having dual citizenship like Aidan has? Guess that's
It's not targeted at me.
no.
No. I would love to go back. I'd love to go back and live there. I'm not sure about becoming a citizen.
You won't pass the test.
No.
We tried that all
25
the
times,
yeah.
you pass your driving test.
Yeah. I'm proud to be a Brit, but I do love America and I would live there.
Yeah, I think I pretty much reflect the same sort of question. Is don't know if I went there, we could. I mean, the kids are old enough to sponsor us now. I think it was 21 at the time. I don't know if it still applies that rule for sponsorship for your parents. Depends on the circumstance of the businesses over
Yeah,
here, what
yeah.
we do over here, and what we decide to do. If we did kind of retire as such, I probably would retire to the USA.
Yeah, we've got grandchildren now as well, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be too
What
far.
state
away.
See, that's what makes me want to go back to the USA.
What state? Would you go back to New Jersey?
That's one of the questions, I think, in a minute, so we'll
Alright,
touch on that
okay.
one. That's one of the questions. So, yeah, so I wouldn't, I kind of agree with you. I probably wouldn't surrender my British passport. I don't think you can have dual nationality if you change into it. I don't know, actually. I don't know.
No,
how it
I think if you want to be a citizen, you have to give up your British
British
passport and
yeah.
become
I'm not
American.
sure. I might
You
be
can't.
wrong
Yeah.
on that. We probably.
Yeah.
Well, no,
You
don't
don't.
do that.
You don't.
You don't.
No, I know, but
Because yours is the opposite way. So that's that one. Joe Butler. Hi, Joe. If I were to give you 100 million quid right now, but you take the money, there would be an invincible snail that would follow you for the rest of your life at a snail pace, no matter where you go. If it touches you, you die. Would you take the money? I wouldn't
No.
take the money.
No.
No.
that was some
Yeah.
random question. What, invisible or invincible?
Invincible.
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 Snail.
So I can't like kick it
Kick it
away.
away, yeah.
So and I just have to keep moving then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Following you
I
around at a
can't
snail's
sleep.
pace.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
No.
No, me neither. Sophie?
What's going through your
100,
head?
100 million. Joe Butler.
You sat down and thought, I've got a question.
Ask me anything. I've been waiting for this.
No, it wouldn't be for me. No, I like my sleep too much.
Jodie LWK. What is each one of your favourite American foods, meals, dishes? We've just done that one as
Yeah.
well, Jodie. So it's
Buffalo
she
chicken.
says she already knows. Daz is probably Philly cheesesteak. Correct.
But yeah, you see, you can't say pizza and stuff because that's Italian. I mean, you obviously get it in America, but like American
pizzas.
American,
probably-
yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but it's,
Chicago.
it's traditionally
It was
Italian.
invented in Italy. Yeah.
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 So like an actual American dish,
Yeah.
would be like buffalo chicken.
Yeah. Buffalo.
Which is
You can't
mine.
beat buffalo chicken.
No.
You can't. Philly cheesesteak with a bit. I put buffalo sauce now in my Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, you mental.
Yeah. Question for Gaynor.
Oh,
This is from Christy Mayer.
Okay.
How was it different being a mum living in the US? I know it sounds strange, but everything is simple things like grocery shopping, having kids at school. Was it similar or very different?
Well, I didn't have any children in the UK, so I can't really judge that. But I think it was difficult not having family around, and also I worked right up until I had Declan. I left work in the December and had him on January the 2nd, so it wasn't very long. Didn't know any of my neighbours. All my friends were working, so what I did was I went online and basically said, please be my friend. And a lovely young lady from Toms River in New Jersey called Kate, who was originally from London, contacted me and said, I'm in the same predicament. I've just had a little girl, and then we met up and we've been friends ever since. But she's now in North Carolina.
Yes. Carrie, is it? She didn't?
Carrie, yeah.
Carrie,
Has she
Randy.
been in America ever since?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
she's
she's never left.
Never left.
I think she's an American citizen actually.
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
From London.
From London, Enfield.
Hmm.
Big Spurs
Yeah.
fan.
Spurs fan.
Yeah, they are.
Jeez.
Yeah.